Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our major stories. African business executives at the Africa CEO Forum prescribe good political governance as catalyst for reshaping the continent's economic future. Self-styled leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to know his fate on April the 25th when Abuja Federal High Court rules on his bail application. A search continues for body of Dr. Alwell Orji, who allegedly jumped to his death into Lagos Lagoon. A named woman also rescued after plunging into lagoon. An FBI Director, James Comey, confirms investigation of alleged Russian government interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. And for more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. Watch us on the go on any mobile device by logging on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 apps will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. And we have some of the pictures that you sent into our Eyewitness portal. Let's start with one from Mafoluko area of Lagos State, showing a blocked canal. Our Eyewitness reporter is calling on relevant government agencies to indeed look at this, clear it to prevent erosion as the rains come. The next photo is from Yanapaja, also in Lagos. It's showing this vehicle that's in bad shape. Our Eyewitness reporter wants such vehicles as this prevented from plying our roads. From Abak in Akwa Ibom State comes this photo showing the state of a government secondary school there. This building, our Eyewitness reporter says, inhibits learning and calls on the state government to fix it in the interest of its future leaders. This last picture is from Warri, Delta State, showing a road under construction. According to our Eyewitness reporter, residents are grateful to the state government for fixing the road, but appeals for durability with good quality materials. Well, we thank you for sending in those pictures and ask that you keep them coming. Some youth under the aegis of Benin Solidarity Movement today picketed the Benin corporate headquarters of the Nigerian Petroleum Development Commission, NPDC, in Benin City, the Edo State capital. They demanded that the company readdress alleged marginalization of Benin youth in the allocation of employment process in the company. Members of the Benin Solidarity Movement picketing the corporate headquarters of the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, NPDC, on Sapele Road, Benin City, the Edo State capital. Their presence leads to the disruption of vehicular movement on the usually busy road. The group's grouse is on the company's alleged marginalization in employment opportunities and its failure to meet its corporate social responsibility.
Over 200 oil wells flowing in our Benin land, and we are suffering. Let them pick their list of employment and show you the number of Beninese that are employed. Let them show you the social infrastructure they put in place in terms of education.
All the oil companies in Benin will be shut down. Right from Benin, all the local government, all Saplat will be also shut down. They promised borehole, they promised community center, they promised to give a job to the elderly and so on and so on. They even make a royalty and so on. They don't.
An official of the company speaks with the protesters.
I beg your leaders here that you should please just give us that little benefit of doubt that we like to recognize your leaders. We will talk with your leaders, after which we will get back to you.
Coming from the closed-door discussions, the delegates disclosed the outcome of the meeting.
We have given us their word that by 2 weeks' time they will talk, they will give us all details of what we required, and we are going to make a tour around all their social, corporate social responsibilities they've done, the number of our people they've given scholarship to and given bursary to. We told them that we want to get the list of them.
For now, the group departs, hoping that the company will do the needful within the 2 weeks agreed to.
Let's go over to our Abuja studios where Ivy Clem has some more stories. Hello, Ivy.
Hello, Millicent. The Minister of Interior, retired General Abdul Rahman Dambazao, has approved a new set of immigration regulations that would aid the government monitor and check movement of terrorists through the nation's borders. The new 2017 regulation approves the issuance of visa on arrival in Nigeria, enforcement of an immigration register, and temporary work permit, among others. The new regulation is the first since 1963, when the last Immigration Act was passed by Parliament. Our correspondent Gloria Umeozoke reports.
Smuggling of migrants, bombings and herdsmen attacks are among the top issues which broaden the need to tighten the nation's immigration laws.
The ministry can reform these.
Diplomats and top government officials were among those who witnessed the executive approval.
The immigration regulations 2017.
The Minister of Interior points out that the 80-section regulation will enhance protection against cross-border crimes.
Include temporary work permits, visa on arrival, entry for business purpose, immigrants register, to register all immigrants in Nigeria, restriction of immigrants' movements, and also movement of terrorist groups and individuals. There is this biometrics identity card, which we are working on, and that identity card serves as also a passport for movement in and out of the country.
These regulations will not stifle businesses, but will have positive impact on the nation, according to the immigration's boss.
It's only when you are spending more than 90 days that you are mandated to do the registration. Registration, these people will fight terrorism, will fight all forms of crime. Once we know who is where, we know that you are in our country, you are in our territory, we have you, we know your address. It makes things easier. It will help transnational crime to be fought effectively between two countries.
The Comptroller General underscores that the visa on arrival conforms with the executive order signed by President Muhammadu Buhari on the ease of doing business in Nigeria. Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television.
Reactions have continued to trail the non-confirmation of Mr. Ibrahim Magu as the EFCC chairman by the Nigerian Senate. A legal practitioner, Mr. Edwin Clark, believes that the Senate's action is a slap on the Nigerian people, while a policy analyst, Mr. Isaac Anumudu, says the lawmakers were in order. The two of them were guests at our breakfast show, Sunrise Daily.
There's a shakeism going on, and it does not augur well for Nigeria. I'm not here to stand, for Magu, but I'm saying that Nigeria has passed a stage where a clique of people that believes they rule this country, despite and in spite of who is the president. You ask yourself, why should there be a request for a second letter, and who made the request? The request should not have been made if made by the Senate, because the president has already cleared this man of the allegations claimed was made against him by the DSS first report. By asking for a second report, quite outside the first report, then you should have allowed the presidency to be aware of this before his presence before the Senate. Because this is not a slap in the face of Magu. This is a slap in the face of the president. This is a slap on all Nigerians.
Section 2, subsection 3 of the EFCC Act, the law setting up EFCC, simply says the chairman of the commission and members of the board shall be nominated by the president, and shall be appointed by the president, subject to the confirmation of the Senate. So it's so clear that the impression being given here, with all due respect to the learned Silk, Chief Robert Clark, a very senior lawyer I respect a whole lot, the impression being given by persons that hold his view and that of Professor Sagi and all of that is that if the issue of EFC chairman, the appointment is the job of the president alone. No, we are in a democracy, and the intendment of Section 2, subsection 3 of the EFCC Act is to take away arbitrary powers from the executive, because the issue of EFC chairmanship is a very sensitive position, very powerful position, and seeing the damage corruption has done to our fabric as a society, the intendment was to put someone there who will be above board, who will be transparent, and who will be acceptable to all Nigerians. Magu was not rejected based on the security report of the DSS alone. Some of us watched the screening, and we saw that Magu was rejected not just on the report alone, but based on his inability to show competence for the job. He was asked critical questions relating to his job, which he could not answer.
When the news at 10 returns, all eyes on the Central Bank of Nigeria as its Monetary Policy Committee begins its second rates meeting for the year. That's on Business News. Join us again.